And back to resin casting again. Fix the pressure chamber. What turned out to be that is the valve had a or register where you read it was bent, so the needle was sticking at 40, and sometimes it'd edge up to 60, but it was getting caught. And that's why I blew the gasket out. It wasn't the gasket was bad, as that this thing was going up to 100 pounds and blowing out. So I put a brand new gauge on it. Went to Ace Hardware, and it's working perfect now. So, and I'm using one of the replacement gaskets that I bought from Harbor Freight, so that's working good. So be aware of that when you buy something, especially Harbor Freight. Some of the stuff's hit or miss. It's all from China, a lot of it. And now I'm going back to the tap plastics again. I went and watched videos on it and talked to the people at the actual store the other day. This is the clear light. I got that at half price because it was going yellow, which who cares? I was putting gray pigment in it. And also that is the activator, and they're very vague on the instructions for how thick it is and what you're doing with it. So what I'm doing right now, it's about 10 to 12 drops per ounce. And they say to beware if you put too much activator in it, it'll heat up and crack. So we'll see what happens. And you see over there, that purple thing is a Halloween ice tray from the dollar store. Saw those last Halloween. It's like, wow, that'd be perfect for some kind of terrain for putting on the side of hills. And I might do this with the desert thing. Maybe put a couple skulls on one of the hills I'm doing, and look like some kind of like you know, Chaos or Imperium Mount Rushmore of skulls or something like that. We'll see how that works. So that's just a quick video on this. I'm going to let these harden and cure. And also, there's supposed to be this like a tackier resins afterwards. I don't think I'll be using this in the past, but I bought a good amount of it. They give you like a gloss coat to put over it. What they explain to you is that this casting resin, it's a little humid here. What happens is the resin keeps drawing moisture from the atmosphere, and it'll keep it tacky for a long period of time. Like those are some pieces that made or survived that were not done. They finally are to the point where you can handle them. They still have a weird kind of feel to them, but we're hopefully going to work on that. So when this starts gelling, I'm supposed to hit it with the gloss coat to seal the air from it, and then it'll cure hard and not tacky. So that's it for right now on this video. This is a little update and not part of anything else. We'll probably incorporate this in the board remodel in the next couple videos. So we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Hey, we're back with the resin experiment we did with the tap plastic stuff, and took our time and did that video and talked to the employees, and we mixed. I could add a little more activator, I think, instead of the 10 to 12, maybe go up to 15 drops. There's no, it does a lot of shrinkage in the stuff. It was like just coming away from the, you see that it's not, it kind of had a big gap around it. So air was getting to it, got a little sticky, but these I hit with some matte varnish afterwards. These are not, they still feel the same, but the sheen, a little waxy, so they're gonna have to be primed, obviously. And I think I might add it to the desert board. What I'm gonna do is like say they took one of the spires and and make it into an obelisk. Have a little bit of texture to it, but not too much. And we'll put the skull inset into it. It'll be kind of cool. And I think that'll be kind of neat. So this is gonna be a separate part. This is the experimenting with the resin. And obviously the tap plastic stuff is good. It's very vague, and you have to experiment with it. It's not as thoughtless as the smooth on, which is you follow directions exactly. You have no problems. You have great results every time. This is a lot less expensive, especially when you saw that big can I got for $10. That's usually 20, and something like that in smooth on would be probably $50 or something like that. So this would be good for terrain stuff. I don't know if I'd make miniatures or miniature bases out of it, but then again, it's not that bad. I didn't do any degassing or pressurizing of it, and it turned out okay. These are just cheap dollar store ice trays. I did use some demold on it, which said you don't need to. I don't know if that affects it. So if I do some more of these in the future, I'll try that. Also, these would be great for plaster too. If you're doing table terrain, these are very lightweight though. But the plaster is a lot cheaper, and you can probably carve it a lot easier when you're done. Make it look at weather beaten and war torn, or whatever the Mother Nature getting to it. So that'll be it for this part of the experimenting with resin series. And when we come back, we'll be starting with the terrain for the board again and getting that underway, or getting that to the painting stage. Thanks for joining us.